Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog soccer. With us, head coach Greg Henson. And coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Great to be back.
I know this past weekend you had two competitive games, but also had a special occasion as you celebrated the 25th anniversary here at Ferris State Soccer.
Yeah, it was an important opportunity for us to get a lot of alumni back on campus, and we had a good showing both days. So we did two events over the weekend. Had an alumni tailgate before the football game on Saturday night, and then had them back out to our complex on Sunday for our game at 1 o'clock against Ashland this past Sunday, and had a different group for both days, but a lot of them were able to attend both events, and I think we had close to 20, 25 alums both Saturday and Sunday. So great to see them back on campus, and they enjoyed the opportunity to get back and connect with their former teammates and classmates and all that, and so just overall great weekend.
I know a former head coach, the first head coach, Pete Watkins, was back among some of the other alumni, and a lot of players that really helped lay the foundation for where the program is at today.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we talk a lot within our program about where we've been, where we are, where we're going, and I think it's important for us to have that opportunity to get those players that laid the foundation, that built the program from scratch. Coach Watkins here, that was the first coach on campus that had a vision for what we were going to accomplish, and I think it's equally great for them to see not only what they accomplished when they were here, but what their hard work put in terms of the facilities and the upgrades and the things that our players have today that they probably never dreamed about when they were first starting this program back in 1999. But I think overall we had a lot of really good feedback, and hopefully they all enjoyed their time on campus.
Certainly had two competitive games. You had two the first weekend in terms of regional games against Cedarville and Indianapolis, and then two more here this week against Findlay to start it off on Friday and Ashland on Sunday. Maybe talk about that Findlay game first as we go into the highlights.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was important for us to put together another tough non-conference schedule with regional opponents, and Findlay and Ashland definitely, fit that bill. And we knew we were going to have a challenge this weekend, and I think we were up to the task, defensively most of the weekend, and we got to continue to strive and work a little bit in the offensive attack and in the final third to create more goal-scoring opportunities for ourselves. So, coming out of the weekend with a tie and a loss, it doesn't sound great, but I think there was a lot of growth within our team, and we were able to, improve in certain areas and in some aspects play some of our better soccer. You won't necessarily see it in this highlight package here, but we had some really good moments against Findlay in the first half. Free kick off the crossbar. That goes in. It's a different game. We were able to get Kat Welch in behind on a breakaway. She narrowly misses in the first half. Again, both opportunities for us to be up at the half, and all of a sudden it's a different game from there on out. So unfortunately tied 0-0 into the second half, and I thought we defended really well as a team in the second half and able to see it out and grind out a result to get the 0-0 tie. So happy with the performance, but we gotta find a little bit more in the attacking third.
Started Morgan Filiana, freshman in goal, and you've got a few other freshmen playing, and really they're only a couple weeks into their college soccer season.
Yeah, Morgan's gotten the last two starts and done a great job for us. Natalia Levens up top, she was an attacking center mid for us, has really been, doing really well for us early on, and we're really pleased with her performance. Ava Fuller is another freshman that's gotten a lot of minutes. Ava Roy off the bench, and Abby Durrell got her first minutes of her career this weekend as well. So the young players are stepping in and finding their groove, and we're really pleased with their development, and hope to see big things for them, not only this season, but in their career.
It's one of those games where goals tough to come by, finished in a 0-0 deadlock, and certainly I'm sure that was kind of a thought going forward, as you got to find ways to generate some offense.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams are very good defensively. A lot of that game took place in the middle of the park, and I said after the game, I think it was one of those games that was destined to finish 0-0 with the way it went. We had our chances, they had their chances, but both goalkeepers played big. The crossbar was huge for both teams in that match, and unfortunately, it was just one of those games where we weren't just clinical enough in the attacking third, and probably fair didn't create enough chances to make ourselves dangerous. And unfortunately, that theme transitioned over to Sunday with a very good Ashland team that came to town. So.
Of course, Ashland, a team that has been to the NCAA tournament the last few years, and have had some great matchups with them here over the years.
100%. And this is a team where if you go back to 2021, we beat them 3-0 at their place. 2022, we knocked them out of the national tournament in the first round, and this team that we played yesterday was pretty much the same team from that era. So they're mostly juniors, seniors now, and a very veteran group. And it's kind of, when we played them before, we were the veteran group. So now it's up to our young players to kind of rise to the occasion. And Ashland's a quality opponent, one of the top teams in our region, without a doubt, and I think we proved that we can play with them. And hopefully that belief goes through our players to where hopefully we'll get a chance to play them again later on in the year in the playoffs, and I think then we'll find a different outcomes.
Of course, here in this game, 89 minutes were scoreless in this one, but they had that one big minute here where they scored a couple goals.
Yeah, it was just a little bit after the second water break, and sometimes the water breaks they're important. It was a hot day, so we get water breaks for the players' benefit, but sometimes those can be a little bit detrimental to the mindset and the mentality. We were really playing well up until the water break, and then came out a little bit sluggish out of that, and during that next 3 minutes, found the water breaks when they found both goals. So, but I thought our response was good. We got some chances late to try to get one back and get ourselves back into the game. It just wasn't our day on Sunday.
Certainly a final score 2-0, and now you get ready for the start of conference play after a couple big weekends of regional action. Certainly a team that's well tested going into the start of the conference schedule.
Yeah, we don't know much what to expect much from our first opponents. So Roosevelt's brand new to the GLIAC, and I know they're going to be hungry and want to come in and do really well in the conference. We expect a tough game down at their place, but it's somewhere we've never been and an opponent we've never played. So we'll have to figure things out as we go. But I think the non-conference schedule that we played and sitting at 500 at 1-1-2 coming out of that gauntlet of 4 games. I think we're battle tested and ready to play for the conference season, and we know we're going to get a tough game in and game out in this league, and I think our players will be poised and ready to go.
Finally here, I got Roosevelt to start the weekend, then you play Parkside, and a team that you've seen here over the last few years in the GLIAC.
Yeah, I mean Parkside's been an up-and-comer the last few years. I mean last year they made it to the conference tournament championship as a 6 or 7 seed or whatever they were, and made a run through the tournament, and they're dangerous. And last year we played them at their place. We walked away with a 0-0 draw, and there's not a team this year and anymore in our league that you can take lightly or you can go, oh yeah, we got to win this week, and that just doesn't exist anymore. Top to bottom, 1 through 9, it's going to be a game when you're going to grind out results, and that's probably the biggest thing, even with the results that we got this weekend, that I was pleased to see was the grit in the team that we have on the field this year. Is one of the concerns kind of going in was where are the goals going to come from, and are we going to be gritty enough to grind out results when we need to? And we've answered the one question, and the other one we're going to figure out pretty soon.
Well, Coach, best of luck here this weekend as you start conference play.
Thank you.
That'll do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can find out more online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com.